I got sick and tired of kids 6 years old being shot at point blank range in McDonald's. Imagine that. I got sick and tired of drugs and alcohol, coming home and seeing my friends in this community standing on the corner strung out, knowing that when we was in high school they were supposed to be the football star. Now I want y'all to raise y'all hands if y'all would like to see women treated better, drugs and alcohol off the streets, and kids not being in danger from simply going to the schoolyard. Well, allow me to tell y'all that all of those situations is effects caused by us not coming together. I got sick and tired. I'm tired of gang members. Like, when we gonna realize that at the end of the road of every gang member is prison or jail? I got sick and tired of haters. Like, when do we realize that we all supposed to work together towards success and we don't have to step on nobody to get what we want to be? I got sick and tired of jealous family members who didn't want to support me on my endeavors. So I've grown to realize that it doesn't matter if you have biological or not, because every child of God is your family. So you ain't lacking nothing. Humans of all colors, cultures, and creeds, every cataclysm or challenge we're facing in the community is the effect caused by us not coming together. God created the earth for all things God created to come together. But a lot of people on earth have to push their own agenda, meaning God gave everybody a gift, and their gift is made to bring people together, but most people use their gift to separate. And every time we do that, death is the outcome. But Martin Luther King died for us to be here. Abe Lincoln died for us to be here. Marcus Garvey died for us to be here. And Caden LeBray will die for us to come together. Now, while I'm talking about death, I want y'all to think about this. We all got that person in our family who, when they died, and again, some of you may think of the person that's we talking, so bear with me. We all got that person that when they died, we asked God, why them? They were so nice. They paid their tithes every month. They helped everybody they came in contact with. They was my favorite person. They had the best personality. They were sweet. For what reason? Of all of the people who should have died because they've been wrong in the world, you choose to take this one. Why, God? Why? We all got that person, right? Well, I'm going to tell you a secret. You ever notice that at the funeral, after death, everybody come together? 9/11, the country came together. After the Holocaust, the country come together. After one of the kids gets shot, momentarily we come together. But after the funeral, we come together. But the next day after the funeral, what do? We separate. Which means we didn't even honor the reason that they died for. Death is God's way of saying, come together. But the sad thing is, after the funeral, what do? We go our separate ways. So what do you think must happen again and for God's children to adhere to his instructions? But what happens if we just come together out the gate? I think children will live longer. I think we'll get back to the days of we playing basketball at the courts, because nowadays the courts is empty because kids and parents are scared to let them out. Rightfully so. I think all of the statistics that we are in fear of will transition. So my message to create the basis for humans to come together is to embody this mindset. Humans together, strong. Humans together, strong. If we blend with that mindset, I can promise you that unity will fulfill the planet and the basis will be created where all of the problems that we're concerned of will vanish. Again, I'm not one of those fake persons that's going to say, hey, you put me in office, I'm going to bring these new roads. You put me in office, I'm going to make more transportation available. You put me in office, this, so forth and so forth. No, because I'll be a fool to make y'all promises B, C if we ain't did A. Everybody always say, if we all come together, then we'll have boom, 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 and boom. Well, we want boom, boom, and boom, and boom, and don't come together. So as a city councilman, I'm going to drive only one mission, And I believe with all my heart that as an effect caused by that, we'll have everything else that we want. And that's to bring people of all colors, cultures, and creeds together. So there's one thing I want us to remember as we are embarking on this journey of coming together. There's one thing that's extremely key, just one, and that's to be without judgment. That's it. That's the key to the lifestyle. Be without judgment. Now, what does that mean? We've all had that person who somebody else has said, you know what? You remind me of that person right there. Then we said to ourselves, I ain't nothing like them. We all got that person. I used to say that about my dad, biologically. Then I grew up to realize I was more like him than I like to admit. How? I bleed like him. I have legs like him. I have a soul just like him. Blood goes through my veins like him. I'm human just like him. And everybody in this facility have those things in common. So why are we so judgmental? Just because a person is gay, don't mean they can't have a relationship with God. Just because a man likes a man, don't mean God is not going to show him no favor. Just because a woman likes a woman, don't mean God is not going to show them no favor again. I'm not speaking for or against homosexuality. What I'm saying is that any human, what's more important, them having a relationship with God or them having the same sexual preference as you? So what right or reader use that as the basis of judging anybody? Judgment is the biggest key. And excuse me, to the religious heads. To the religious heads. Don't think you can have a heart sold out to a God, but a mind centered on judgment and create that desired outcome that you say you want to create. Because it doesn't work that way. Let's get away from the sinners. Guess what? These are your brothers and sisters. So to live a judgment-free lifestyle, we got to change some of the labels we use. What do I mean by that? All of us are operating under a label right now. Young, old, black, white, tall, short. And what we don't realize is that these labels affect our neurology. For an example, I knew a lady that had cancer. Automatically, when she had cancer, she was given two labels out the gate. Cancer patient and cancer victim. Now, when she had cancer patient, there was benefits to that. Why? Because it allowed her to get her treatment. It allowed her to get, the proper precautions for her to recover. But cancer victim, it drained her of all of the energy that she had for production in her life. So from this point on, for us to create a without judgment lifestyle, we must remove the label black. We must care less about the label white. We must care less about the label Mexican. We must care less about the label Hispanic. And the only labels we should be using is king. That's right. It's queen. It's human. It's brother or sister. Yeah. If we want to live a without judgment life, we must remove all labels that lead to separation. Black lead to separation. White lead to separation. If we want people to come together, we must live a label-free lifestyle. And if we are going to use labels, address each king and queen as brother, sister, I forgot the most important label. King, queen, brother, sister, human, or God's child. That's right. So allow me to close. Humans together, strong. If we live by that message, unity will paint the planet with unity, and it's our objective to drive that mission to our community.